Did you know that Bitcoin, as a planetary scale, energy-based currency, is on the path to becoming completely carbon negative? Now, to explain this ordeal, we're going to show you the mathematical chain of Bitcoin, but also some clear numbers to show that even just one single mining machine plugged into a power source that is carbon mitigating in effect will allow you to hold one whole Bitcoin in a green and sustainable way. Now, this is a particular video focusing, yes, on carbon accounting. If you care about carbon accounting, this is going to be important. If you don't care, you're still going to learn a lot of things that you can provide as knowledge to others. So let's begin. The first thing to understand is the chain of different pieces that connect Bitcoin together. We produce electricity to produce compute power to produce Bitcoin through the blockchain. Now, the carbon accounting aspect is to the inputs of these different power sources: solar, wind, hydro, nuclear, methane mining, which is the effect of burning methane into CO2. Yes, it's getting released, but it reduces the warming effects and you can earn carbon credits in the process. And if just a small percentage of the entire Bitcoin network is essentially monetized through burning gas, well, it actually carbon negates the entire network. But let me just take you through a few of the numbers that will help you understand it a bit more clearly. But again, the key aspect here is you've got this commodity chain of different pieces of the network that are mathematically connected together through the digital and physical layers of the Bitcoin blockchain. And the energy side being the cost to add more blocks to the chain. So there is this pricing system that Bitcoin in of itself has to electricity and whichever power sources are emitting or reducing carbon. So the difficulty adjustment is how we work things backwards. So the difficulty adjustment multiplied by this constant gets us the network hash rate. And the network hash rate provides us this understanding of how many computers are online. And if the computers are proving they are online by proving they're producing Bitcoin, we can understand roughly how much energy underneath is being consumed. But here's the thing: 913.5 exahash divided by the full 21 million Bitcoin. If we're going to account the hash rate, which represents the computers online, and we divide it by 21 million, we will get a figure of, because both of these are in millions in terms of terahash, so 21 million Bitcoin. Let's just keep it color consistent. So this is dividing out the total network hash rate by the amount of Bitcoin that's out there, and we get an answer of, let me just be very specific with this, 43.5 terahash. Make sure I'm on the screen. 43.5 terahash. So 43.5 terahash is barely now half a computer, a single Bitcoin ASIC. And 43.5 terahash represents one whole Bitcoin in terms of accounting of the network. As the network grows, this will grow because obviously the network is continually growing, consuming more energy. But the pricing system is still constrained to that 21 million Bitcoin. So understanding how much energy is behind the carbon accounting of a single Bitcoin is to look at the percentage through the entire chain of different commodities. So 43.5 terahash costs, let's say $25 a terahash. Multiply that out, that is times by, yeah. So 43.5 times by 25 equals 1,000. 1087. So 1,000-ish dollars of hash power accounts to one Bitcoin. Now, if one Bitcoin is $118,000, it's about 0.92%. So to carbon account a single Bitcoin of $118,000 as to when I was recording this, you need $1,000 of hash power mining in a green, sustainable way so that your percentage of the network, hash rate, and energy use, essentially your representation of energy use in the network as a percentage to represent your amount of hash rate as a percentage of the network, to represent one Bitcoin out of 21 million in the network. You need $1,000 of hash power to carbon account one Bitcoin of 119,000. So that is 0.92%, which essentially means that a fund or an investor that's particularly focused on holding Bitcoin in a green, sustainable way, just add an extra 1% of cost of potentially purchasing mining machines that are deployed in locations that use carbon negative power sources, such as on methane mining in Texas, as one key example. Thank you for listening. I hope you enjoyed, and I will see you potentially in the next video. Please like, subscribe, share this to someone that you think would be incredibly inspired to learn these sorts of things about Bitcoin, and I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye.